She walked into a mosque to teach. By sunset, she was burned alive by hundreds. But why? Our story today took place in 2015, in the heart of Kabul, Afghanistan. It's a story about ignorance, injustice, and a woman who paid the ultimate price for standing up for what's right. Meet Farkhunda Malikzada, a 27-year-old Afghan woman from a highly educated and progressive family. Unlike many women in Afghanistan, Farkhunda wasn't focused on marriage. She was more invested in her studies and career. She held a degree in Islamic studies and worked part-time as a teacher at one of Kabul's most prominent mosques, Shado Shamshira, also known as the Yellow Mosque. That day, March 19, 2015, was a women-only day at the mosque. Farkhunda was there to teach as usual, but something caught her attention. She saw an old man named Zainuddin, someone she knew well as the mosque's security guard. Farkhunda had long suspected him of shady behavior. On that day, he was selling spiritual amulets and talismans to women. These so-called holy items promised to bring love, luck, and success. Farkhunda couldn't stay silent. She confronted Zainuddin and told everyone around that these items were fraudulent and un-Islamic. She even accused him of exploiting women and warned them that such practices bordered on shirk, polytheism. Then, in a moment of bold defiance, she burned the talismans. Zainuddin was furious, but instead of defending himself, he ran outside the mosque and shouted to the crowd, "That woman just burned the Holy Quran." There were no men in the mosque that day to witness the truth. The crowd believed him. Soon, a mob formed outside. Dozens of men, furious and misled, surrounded the mosque. Farkhunda stepped outside, unaware of the storm waiting for her. When confronted, she tried to explain, "I didn't burn the Quran, I burned fake amulets." But no one listened. Someone shouted, "She works with the Americans." Another yelled, "She insulted Islam." A wave of violence followed. The mob dragged Farkhunda into the street. She was beaten, stoned, kicked, and eventually run over by a car. Then, if that weren't enough, they set her on fire. The police did little to intervene. Some were too afraid. Others stood by and watched. A false narrative, a horrific death. Later, videos of the attack went viral on Afghan social media. The government claimed Farkhunda was mentally ill. The police spokesperson publicly blamed her, suggesting she wanted asylum in the West by insulting Islam. But her family spoke out. Her mother said Farkhunda had called home just before the incident to say she was coming back. She was calm, rational, and faithful. The truth finally emerged when the Ministry of Religious Affairs investigated and cleared her name. They confirmed she did not burn the Quran. The papers she burned were fake spells and talismans. Zainuddin had lied. Public outrage and a call for justice. What followed was unprecedented in Afghanistan. Thousands of women and men took to the streets. They held vigils, painted their faces red to symbolize blood, and protested for Farkhunda. Her funeral was carried by women, breaking deep cultural taboos. They founded a movement, Justice for Farkhunda. The trials and a strange verdict. 50 people were arrested. 4 received the death penalty, including Zainuddin, the mosque guard, Abdul Basir, the man who ran her over, Mohammed Yaqub, who hit her with a stone, and Sharf from the intelligence agency, seen proudly bragging online. Others received long sentences, but justice was short-lived. The appeals court reversed the death penalties. They claimed there wasn't clear evidence showing which of them delivered the fatal blow. Even Zainuddin, the one who incited the attack, was declared uninvolved. From justice to disgrace. The nation was outraged. Farkhunda's brother, Mujibullah, called the new verdict a joke. Her family, broken and disillusioned, fled Afghanistan after receiving threats. In the end, this wasn't just the story of one innocent woman killed. It was a symbol of how ignorance, when combined with blind rage and mob mentality, can destroy truth, justice, and human dignity.